Red states across the country have begun rolling back child labor protections because, of course, you have corporations that really need more labor that they can exploit and pay as little as possible. Children are perfect for that. Have been child labor law violations all across the country where children do stuff like this and they just get slapped with a fine and then they do it again. So again, there's the law and then there's the enforcement of the law. Enforcement of the laws are lacking.
The laws are still very problematic and the changes are sweeping. And I know we can only touch on this topic very quickly because we have a short amount of time, but check this out from the Associated Press. Lawmakers in several states are embracing legislation to let children work in more hazardous occupations, longer hours on school nights, and in expanded roles, including serving alcohol in bars and restaurants as young as 14. The efforts to significantly roll back labor laws are largely led by Republican lawmakers to address worker shortages and in some cases run afoul of federal regulations. Child welfare advocates worry the measures represent a coordinated push to scale back hard-won protections for minors. Yes, that is right. And we continue to see it. And now seeing that Wisconsin is looking to allow children as young as 14 to serve alcohol in bars, like get out of here. I got it back in like the 40s and 50s when if people were out at war, people were doing all these other things and your parents owned the bar. I got it. It was a whole different time. But now, no, kids should be kids. But the fact is we don't allow kids to go to school, go to libraries, go outside without getting shot, have their books banned and now have their cell phones taken away. It's just like, let's kids be kids. They shouldn't have to be in workforces. Mondale?
Yeah, I can't for the life of me understand where this is coming from. This idea that we need 14-year-olds or 15-year-olds working more hours. Third shift as an option for 16-year-olds makes no sense. We are saying to people, we are relegating you to a life of subservient work. This is disgusting. I am not for child labor laws. What year is this, 2023 or 1923? Because I can't for the life of me see why we need to be putting kids in dangerous situations like they're already in. We see the exploitation of kids. We saw it when we passed the first child labor law, and we see it already happening right now, especially with immigrant families. I am not a fan of people working. I am a fan, but I am already a believer that we need to be thinking about universal basic income for the simple fact that we have so much technology that we need the least amount of workers than we ever needed, and we have the most amount of people that we've ever had, and that's just gonna keep changing the faster technology comes online. So the idea that we are trying to work people at a younger age makes no sense to me unless we are saying we are comfortable with certain people being poor and starving.
Well, of course, our nation was built on a certain demographic being poor and starving. So the fact that we continue to allow that to persist, that just says we are par for the course.